Hi. Like I mentioned in the previous video, this episode is probably going to be the last one for the next few weeks. Even though my job now is a lot more reasonable compared to before, I'm definitely still looking forward to my vacation. Anyways, without further ado, PBTfans Less But Better Dark is a revival of the set ePBT Less But Better after its initial run over 4 years ago. It was a set that I feel like really kicked off the Dieter ROMs craze, where we started seeing a lot of designs directly reference that design language and Dieter as their inspiration. The set still features cool legends found in the original set, but this time there are light and dark variants of all their kits, so it provides a bit of variety if you decide to mix and match. I think that both color variants look great and are worth a pickup if you're looking for a really clean set that can pair well with pretty much any keyboard. I'd probably go with the light kits just because they tend to be cheaper, such as the light base kit being $15 cheaper than the dark version. I'm not sure why there's such a big price discrepancy between the two, but $83 for a PBT fan set isn't that bad either. Overall, I'm glad to see that this set is being rerun, and I would highly recommend it to anyone due to its versatility. GMK Windbreaker is not my cup of tea, but at least it's interesting. With so many sets often looking like a rehash or just a very simplistic colorway, this set definitely stands out. I personally won't be picking up a set because it's not my vibe. However, if you want something unique or something that really pops out on your desk setup, GMK Windbreaker might be the set for you. GMK Hatsune Miku is not a unique idea, as there have been other sets inspired by the Vocaloid, but I must admit that I am still quite surprised to see an official licensed set. Zerpocalypse did a great job with the color selection, and the set pops with the bright cyan and red accents. The base kits are pretty large, with an included numpad and several extra keys to provide layout support, which is quite nice, though this does mean that the base kits cost $165 for the Miku base and $185 for the IF module base. Between the two base kits being offered, I prefer the IF module base because I think that the darker modifiers with cyan accents look better than the gray and red modifiers in the Miku base, but it does come at a premium as it is $20 more. If you decide to pick up the novelties kit as well to add more spice to your setup, that will cost $65, which brings the total price to $230 or $250, not including tax. Maybe this set costs more because it's officially licensed, but man, that price is pretty steep, especially considering the current state of the keyboard hobby. If this was during the height of the keyboard craze when everyone was locked at home, I could easily see it sell several hundred units just because it's a really well designed set and people were really willing to spend their money. However, with the current economy and so many good keycap sets being readily available in stock, I do have some concerns on if this will sell. Obviously, I'm still wishing the best for this group buy because I can see the work put in to make this a reality, and I think it looks really cool. I'm just a little apprehensive about the high cost. If you're a big Hatsune Miku fan with disposable income, then maybe this is the set for you. Solar-powered keyboards aren't a unique feature, as Logitech has several keyboards with this ability, but interestingly enough, it hasn't really been something explored in the custom keyboard space. The Soleil is a project created in collaboration with Gondolindrum and Canon Keys, and the board looks gorgeous. It features wood accents tying in with the nature theme and a small solar panel on top of the arrow cluster to form a functional badge that actually provides purpose. In the Reddit post where this keyboard was first introduced, there were a lot of people who were doubtful that the solar panel would actually provide enough power to the keyboard, since they were making the claim that you would get over 1 year of battery life with supplemental ambient light and a full charge. But according to Upas, Gondolindrum has done the calculations and also performed real-world testing. I guess time will tell if this is the case, and of course it's also environment dependent, so if you're living in a dark cave, don't expect the solar panel to do anything for you. I don't believe pricing has been locked in yet, but they're targeting for $450 or under with a 100 unit MOQ. I think that the price is reasonable based on what they're going for, and considering it's a custom keyboard. But of course, if that's too much for your budget, there are plenty of cheaper keyboards out there that look great, sound great, and have tons of amazing features. But if you love that wood aesthetic and want to try something that runs off of light, the Soleil looks to be an intriguing project that you should check out. I usually don't talk about Deskmats, but I just thought it was funny how all the names of the different colorways sound like they're straight up from a wuxia or shensha novel. I don't know what inspired them to name them this way, but they do look pretty cool.